great.
That's fantastic to see.
See that debris field, you think, what has happened?
Apparently we have a look at it to see what may have unfolded here, Cal.
Look in the background. Looks like he's defending two cars together. Yeah, and there's a touch. There's hard racing going on there. Maybe with the 38 machine. Johnny looked like he came out of the S's and protected to the right-hand side of the road and then was trying to get back online for the approach for the inner loop. It looked like there was a touch between he and I think it was James French.
Maybe he didn't realize he hadn't quite cleared him. Yeah, French listed on board, the number 38, did the qualifying.
Attention à la Luzic qui vient au contact, qui vient percuter Mota. Ils se sont tous les deux touchés. Et derrière Pierre-Étienne Choma qui passe donc quatrième, qui va essayer d'aller chercher Rickly. Et l'équipe Lane très déçue évidemment. Aïe, il essaye de se remettre à côté mais trop tard. Il a freiné beaucoup plus tard que Mota.
Ouais, il a voulu se décaler, mais bon, il est arrivé vraiment trop fort. Hein.
Here's Canamassas. Not very pleased at all with Ollie Rowland. That's hand out of the car. 9 at Copse Corner, Canamassas and Rowland. And once again, Canamassas getting very, very close to the back of the racing engineer. Coming through into fourth place, but an absolutely mega start, and that was contact.
But look, Roland at corner 2 was fantastic on the outside. Have a check.
And there is the contact at turn 1. Look towards the back of your picture now. You see Galeo, and Gustav Malia. That was
a great recovery.
So Alex Lynn just had to take avoiding act disappearing, and there we see the contact. This is what the stewards are investigating. Russian on Russian.
Rear right is broken, rear right.
And fourth, and this was in to Stoke Corner. Canamassas spinning there, sending everyone all over the road, send Evans wide. Canamassas gathering it together. Let's see it once again. Huge amount of opposite lock as he puts a wheel on the curb. Gathered it together. That sent Mitch Evans off, trying to avoid it, and allowed Marvin Kirchhofer to score a point. Looking back from Canamassas. And Evans would have thought at that moment that he was off. Kevin Jorg. Well, here's the reason we had a yellow, Nairei Fukuzumi. And then Kevin Jorg off the road. And such difficult conditions for the drivers. Fuoco off down at Vale, testing out the gravel. Jorg unable to get round, and will we? So you can see everyone going wide. That's where the rain was really coming down. Fukuzumi in the background there, and in the foreground, Jorg straight to the scene of the accident. Nothing he could do, skating off the road. So getting wider and wider. You can see the lack of grip catching out the entire field, but Jorg really unable to scrub the power off. So here's Pochon. We were focusing on him, and Essikan taking the bumpy way round turn 1, and big air. There are some very in a spin for the Trident Artellanos into the gravel, and he was lucky to be able to keep that going. It just shows you the grip, really not where the drivers would expect it to be, and he was very lucky not to find the barrier. The gravel trap doing its job of slowing him down, and he is able to recover the man corner. Dams in front. Does he know he's there? I don't think Ferrucci does. And he's damage to the front wing for Leclerc, who's still going to try and finish the lap. But that would have surely on for provisional pole, and he just expected the dams to get out of the way. Ferrucci unaware until that point where there's contact made. You can see desperately trying to avoid it. He would never be over the red curb, but that's contact to the front wing. And remember, Leclerc will take a 5-place grid drop wherever he qualified. Fukuzumi and De Vries, that's going to end in contact between the teammates. And they run each other off the road. And disaster for ART. And they rejoin in a pretty... It was the incident where we saw the ARTs get together going into Brooklands. De Vries taking a very tight line. And now Ray Fukuzumi at the back, we're on board with Parry. Look at the better run that he's got. Did he clip the rear tire? And here we go. It's Lacey and Hughes tagging each other down at Stowe Corner. And Hughes, which has eliminated Lacey from the race. And you see De Vries, he had contact with his teammate yesterday. Final corner. And this was how Artayanos exited, well, any competitive chances he had at the Beckett's complex of course. One more time. You just see slightly wider line than others have been taking. That was enough as he came down the gears. And a gentle trip to the gravel in the end. That's Hughes in front of us. And Nandi, as the Palau maintains the lead, but he might not do for much longer, running off the road. And he's been spun. Dennis spun round by Boschon.
That's an Alara Racing car, the team that you ran with, Kenton, a couple of years back. I'm sure that's going to be a safety car as he went in there with unabated speed. Chris with the top 5 finish at Laguna Seca in the first round, and then a 4th at Watkins Glen. Owie, he's going to be feeling that tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Let's get a replay. The 9 already had its incident, and woof, close miss. Oh, and Nico Rieger. Nico Rieger hit him square on. The 9 was stopped in the middle of the circuit. I couldn't see if there were waving yellows. Now there is the safety car board being dangled